Hi friends, so today I'm doing a video about how to be in large group situations with hearing loss. Now this can be like the typical college party or just like a dinner or any sort of large situation where there's a lot of noise happening and it's really hard to function, because I deal with this on a daily basis. Yes, I'm holding a stress ball. Every single video that I post on my channel this month is going to be about hearing loss, and so if you're excited about that, please subscribe, thumb this video up, and hit my notifications. Let's get started. So I love this topic because it is so relevant to like my age group and just the type of situations that we throw ourselves in. You know, group work is more common. Us coming out of the pandemic, hopefully people are starting to mingle in groups again, and it's really exciting and really fun. Last year I just kind of stayed in my dorm all year long and I went an RA, so I was really following the rules really heavily, and I still follow the rules now, but I was like on edge about everything last year, so I just stayed in my dorm kind of all year round, so I didn't really have to deal with that many big group social situations. But this year I live in my sorority house. I live in Greek Village, so we're surrounded by fraternities and different sororities, and so we're always hanging out, and it's super fun, but it's also super hard to function because there's so many people, and I'm like, I think I can do about like 5 or 6 people maximum. Even that is a little hard if everyone's like talking at the same time and I don't know what the heck to do or how to function. Live in a house with 15 girls, and so we always watch movies together and like do things together and play games. If we are watching a movie, I just like shut up and like watch the movie with the closed captioning on, because I just can't like have conversation and pay attention and all that stuff. It's just not happening. If we go out to dinner or it's a group situation where people are not going to be moving a lot, like a study group or something like that, then I recommend having a Connect clip or some sort of microphone that connects to your hearing aid. If you haven't looked into it, I did a review on the Oticon Connect clip a couple years ago, but that's still what I use, and you put it in the center of the table or where the most talking is going to occur, or you can pass it around to people as they talk, and that way what they are saying goes directly into your hearing aid. And so I think that that is a really cool option, but especially like in college, you're going to be in group situations where people are moving and there's loud music and lots of things. Number one, I know it's really popular a lot to have music blasting while you're playing like a card game or something like that. Maybe ask to turn the music down or bring your Connect clip, or do both, honestly, because I think a lot of people aren't mean about it. It's just that a lot of people don't know about the intricacies of hearing loss, so it's really important that you educate people and you tell them about that. I think it is really important. Now, parties, situations where people are moving a lot. I don't know, like there's a bar called Arizona Pete's where like line dancing and bull riding and all that stuff. It's really fun that I go to a lot. Hard to hear in there, so make sure that you have a buddy with you that is really aware of your situation and can help you out. Make sure that you know their voice, make sure that they can text you what is going on if that is something that you need to do, because if you try to go into these things solo, it is really hard. So make sure that you always have a buddy with you that is really looking out for you. That is a huge thing, because you cannot go into this thing alone. Like I could not go into a party or something, like, and you shouldn't, even if you don't have a disability, go to any of these things alone. But like if I didn't have a buddy or something like that with me, then like because I need someone that's going to be a translator, like be with me. Another thing that I do, and you don't have to do this, this depends on your comfort level, but if I like go to a party and I meet someone for the first time and they're talking to me, I automatically start the conversation with, hey, I'm deaf. And I'm not deaf, I'm just really hard of hearing, but nobody really understands what that means. So I'm just like, I'm deaf, like I can't hear, but like really speak up, and that makes them more aware and they really make their words more clear. Like if you are talking to someone and they're like, hey, like I can't hear, then you're automatically going to talk louder and clearer. So that helps a lot. I always do that. I didn't do it at first when I first came to college because I was really embarrassed, but now I don't care, and I'm super glad that I do that because it helps me a ton. Another thing that I do is I go into the situation or the party with the intention of knowing that I'm not going to hear everything or understand everything that goes on, and that is okay. I think that if you put really high expectations on yourself, or you hope that you are just going to understand and retain everything, it can be really frustrating when you ultimately don't, because these situations are really hard for the average normal person with normal hearing to understand. So if you go and you're like, okay, like I'm going to really try really hard and like focus and all of this stuff, and you just ultimately don't end up hearing everything, that's okay. Like, you're not supposed to know everything or hear everything. Most of the conversations that happen are not important. If it is important, someone shouldn't be telling you in a large group situation. Just go with the intention of like having fun, like maybe meeting new people, but also like don't be so hard on yourself, because it's hard for anyone, and it's especially hard for those of us with hearing loss. Another thing, if you want to go to a large situation or like a large group party or something like that, and you want to meet people and you're not just going to dance and like have fun with your immediate friends, go outside and talk to people. It is so much easier to hear people outside when there's not music blasting or something like that. So maybe go to the back patio or take them out of the room, like if you're trying to talk to someone, or you can just tell them, hey, like I can't have this conversation with you right now because I won't retain everything, so let's reschedule a time. I know that when I go into situations, like I don't really like to just like go and like dance. I love like mingling with people and talking to people, and that's the reason why I go out, because of the connection. I can't do that when I'm inside unless there's like nobody there. I have to take them outside and talk to them, or like get really close and tell them to like scream at me, but I'm okay doing that because I become really comfortable with who I am as a person, and it wasn't always like that. So it is really important that you kind of understand that some situations you really won't get. Like, there's not a good way to like go into a party with music and be like, yeah man, like I'm going to retain everything. You just aren't. So be aware of that going into it, and maybe move to a smaller space, a room that's not as loud, a room with better acoustics, outside. Just like know yourself and know what you need, and go into it with realistic expectations. And then the last thing that I really wanted to say is, if you want to be social and if you want to go out to these group things and you want to have fun with the group, don't let your disability hold you back. Go to the party, go to the bars, go do these things when you're of age, of course. And really learn about yourself. It's really taught me a lot. Going in a situation that I know that I will not function the best in have really helped me learn and grow and know more about myself. So don't hold yourself back just because you think like, I don't think that I'll be able to function that well. Like, if you go out a couple times, you don't like it, and you don't like the fact that you can't get everything, then that's fine, don't go again. But if you want to go, don't let that hold you back. If you have people in your corner and people that you go with that love you and know you, then you will be fine. That is it for today's video. If you have any questions, anything that I didn't touch on, please leave it down below. I am going to go to bed. I had a lot of finals today, but I will see you tomorrow. Bye.